Okay, good evening, house. I got a light complaint. I'll personally call it light. That some records that the boss is not seeing the daily records from the farm. Um, okay, so I understand that Kelvin has not gone to Delta yet, probably from the last time we spoke. So the way he's still entering the data is still bulky. I think at the particular time he just enters all the data at once, and so he's not doing it like the way the app was built, just like the last tutorial how I said it. So until according to the last discussion we spoke, I told him to when he gets to Delta, that would be when to be possible. He has to train someone there. The login details for the person in Delta is available. The password, everything is available, but he needs to train the person. So he says when he gets there, he will then begin to train since the stars are not permanent. So for now, he's entering into the bulky way, of which I still advise him to enter it immediately he's getting it, so it look real time. But I understand if he's still doing it like that, but the best way is to do it real time. So for now, I'll just go through the record so we can see so far what he has done. Okay, so for my calendar, January is starting on the 15th. Okay, so this came as an emergency. I didn't plan to do this. I was doing a lot of things, so I was trying to make this as fast as possible. So on the 15th, so I'm going to go to receipt, today's receipt. You can see everything that was entered today. Now, from serial number 91 to serial number 74. Now, notice these are transactions from January 15th, January 15th, January 16th, January 17th, January 17th, January 18th, down to January 18th. What's today's date? Today is January 21st, and January 18th was the last transaction Kelvin entered. And that transaction January entered for January 18th was 1 hour ago. From this time I record, the time now is after 9 on Sunday. Yes, Sunday after 9. And this transaction was entered 1 hour ago. So in fact, let me just put the full day. I think this is Sunday 21st of 2024. So we should know that if the boss is not seeing this transaction, is because these transactions are not being entered accurately. And I will stand in defense to the person entering it since he's not in Delta. But these transactions also January 18th. So my defense is somehow shaky because at least every day, even if it's bulky, the transaction should be entered at once, and instead of it being entered in pieces, in not being entered at all. So the last transaction you have from the store is 18th of January, and it was entered an hour ago. All right, so sir, if you are not really seeing the transactions because they are not being entered, so let me go back to report, general report. What report are we checking for? Let me go back to 15th, which is this week. You can see nothing was entered on the 15th, 16th, nothing was entered. 17th, when is 17th? 17th is on Wednesday. That was when this data was entered, and the data for 17th was entered. Let's see the receipts. Let's see more breakdown receipts. You can see this on the 17th, the transactions for January 1st, that was when it was being entered. So you understand that this record is not accurate, it's not correct, the app is not being used the way we built it to be. So it's that's the problem here. So I believe when Kelvin goes to Delta, this whole issue will be resolved, because it needs to be resolved. We're going into a new month and we can't settle with accounting like this. Okay, I think that settles the problem. All right, thank you, sir.